Hi, Chef Jeff, and I'm here from White Apron Catering in Lake Worth. And today what we're going to do is we're going to show you how to make a quiche. This is one of my favorites. We're going to do a bacon, arugula, and feta quiche. Start with, go ahead and get yourself a pie shell. I just make a pie shell. You're certainly certainly able to just go ahead and pick up a nice frozen pie shell out of the freezer. Roll it out. I put it in this nice little pie pan that we have. So you do that, and we'll get that ready. So your pie shell's all rolled out and placed in the pan, and we're going to go ahead and crack this in. I found that we do 6 eggs and a cup and a half of cream. Do 6 eggs. We do a cup and a half of half and half, and we'll go ahead and just get that ready. And while we're making the filling, give that a little stir. You're going to want to blend this up real well. Sometimes I'll use a little hand immersion blender or something. Just a little whisk is fine. The quiche is going to wind up being basically like a custard if you think about it that way. So now while that's set, let's go ahead and start the ingredients. We'll start with a little red onion. Start with a little red onion. And we're just going to do a little dice of some red onion. And we're going to saute the onion up. And you can saute it up in a little olive oil or butter. Since we're using the bacon anyway, I went ahead and cooked the bacon off. And I saved some of the bacon grease. And I'm going to cook the onions up in the bacon grease. This is just going to give it a little extra flavor. You're not going to need a lot, about a tablespoon or so. And then we'll go ahead and saute that up, and while that's sauteing up, we'll be able to take care of the rest of the ingredients. We've got the onions, they're all done up nice, and just sweated them down a little bit so they get a little translucent, done up in that bacon grease, give them some good flavor. And then we'll take some of that bacon that we cooked, and we're just going to give this a nice simple dice. I use about 8 slices for a quiche. Figure it gives you enough to have a little flavor without being too much. So we'll just give that a nice little dice. And at this point, we're going to bring our pie shell back, and we're just going to start layering things in. And then we've got a little bit of arugula. I use about 2 cups of arugula. And we're just going to give that a little rough chop. You can use spinach too. I find I like the arugula. It's a little less watery than the spinach, and you don't have to squeeze it out. But it gives it a nice peppery flavor too. So we'll put that in. And then a little bit of the onions. And we've got the onions, and we're just going to go ahead and sprinkle some of those in. There's about a half an onion in this, and it seems like that's about perfect. Now, take a little bit of some feta cheese, and we're just going to crumble the feta in. You're going to wind up with about a cup of feta cheese in there. And we're just going to crumble that in until it looks right. If you get it pre-crumbled, it's even better. Maybe one more little piece, because really, can you ever have too much cheese? So we're going to crumble that in and have that all set. All right, and now we've got our eggs and cream in here, and I like to add a little bit of blacken spice just for some flavor. And because it's a custardy type of dish, I'll put a little bit of nutmeg in there. Just a little pinch of the nutmeg, or grate that in, and a little salt and pepper. There. We're going to go ahead and mix that up real well and pour that right in the pan. And it should come most of the way up to the top of the pan, how you see. And at that point, you're just going to kind of Mix everything around real nice, just sort of even it out, and now it's ready to pop in the oven. We're going to pop that in the oven at 350 degrees for about 45 minutes. It's going to brown up real nice and it'll be all set, and you'll be able to check the inside. You'll see it where it's all set as a custard, and then it's going to come out. All right, now that our quiche is out of the oven, you can tell where it's set, where if you see it, it's got a little sponge to it, but the custard's set. And this is ready to enjoy. You can make this ahead of time, use it for brunch, use it for breakfast in your morning. Quiches are just an all-around good food, and that's why they're so good. Anyway, this is just one other way where we're trying to make things easy for you here at White Apron Catering in Lake Worth. Phone number is 561-585-2985. Give us a call and enjoy.